foolish.
Oh, how foolish.
Trying to do this without breaking it. And turn this a little bit so we can do those surround sounds.
Hello!
And a little bit more just himself. Here, talk. Okay. God, that's a little loud. wait, hold on. Yeah, of course the mic picks it up. Alright. I'm just gonna go right into it. It's been a long
It's been a long time without you, my friend. But I'm glad that we are back to do a Saturny again.
Hey, we're back. It's been a little over a month. Mainly for a lot of both of us, but it was both of our faults.
Brandon died for 2 weeks, then he came back. I died for about a week, then I came back. Then Brandon just kind of juggled his fingers a bit, and then he came back to life again. And then I had schoolwork.
Stop. All right. The true summary of it, because we haven't done this since January, near the end of January, so a little over a month. What basically transpired was basically I got sick, and so for like 2 weeks we couldn't hang out because I didn't want to get him sick, and then about 1 week where I just didn't call him because I was working because of my schedule, and then the week after that he got sick, and now we're back.
Oh, wait, no, I gotta go. Goodbye, everybody. Farewell.
Yeah. So we're finally back. We're not near the end, are we? I don't think we are.
Well, who do you think the actual killer is?
I mean, right now it's pointing toward Jake Marshall. Something to do with him, because that's what it kind of led to in the last stream. Because I didn't fully remember everything that happened. I know things were pointing toward him. So, we're going to find out.
Yeah.
And I believe this is going to be a court one, because last time was investigation.
Yeah. Wait, no, last one wasn't investigation, but it was like another... Wait, can you pull up the court records?
Wait, one second. I need to click on this for a second, and I need to just turn down the volume. Right there is good. Okay. Okay, you want court record?
Yeah, so let's just review the evidence. So first we have the attorney badge.
Yeah, the best piece of evidence.
Exactly. So
we got Goodman's ID.
So let's can we go to one of the photos?
The photos? This one?
Yes, let's start with that one. Oh, that's the parking lot. Never mind, not that. That one.
Okay.
Check it. So you notice how there's blood on that coat?
Yes.
And how it's...
Oh, nonsense. It's just barbecue sauce.
You notice how the barbecue sauce is currently on her right shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's exit. Can we see if we have the video? Yeah. Check.
God, this dreadful video.
Do we have any way to fast forward?
Not at this moment, no.
Ah, damn.
It would say.
Now, as you'll see, the detective gets attacked, and now he has barbecue sauce on his right shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Wait, no, something ain't right.
it's not dripping the way you thought.
The code looks a little
Okay,
different.
I want to continue, please. Okay, let's just continue. We'll.
I do also notice that the guy had sideburns. The face that was hidden had sideburns.
Okay.
The court is now in session to reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
Evan didn't come back.
Ah, I guess she died.
Thank God. She is one of the most annoying characters, aside from Maya.
Hey! At least Maya was helpful. She got electrocuted to get us evidence. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Oh, Jake Marshall. I thought it was going to be Meekins again. I would be like, no.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Okay. As far as I know right now, this is going to be a good episode for me, because I just have Phoenix right now. Because you have both Marshall, Edgeworth, Judge, and the Judge, and Emma.
Gumshoe!
Isn't it?
Me, partner. Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization.
Isn't it, like, against the rules to be drinking in the courtroom?
Now, who asked you there, Mr. Phoenix Wrong? Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know. You're a patrolman. Go. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you'll hear the howling wind calling it out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
I like how he's not demanding the name and occupation anymore. He's just he's like,
just give it up.
He's like, I'm so sick of this shit. He's Jake Marshall and he's a patrolman. Howling winds? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before.
Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day that the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. Wait, hang on. So this guy doesn't have sideburns.
According to this, at the very least.
No, the sideburns were pretty obvious.
I'm pretty sure that person was Goodman. At least it looked like Goodman.
What do you mean?
Cause look at
Well, yeah. No, the thing is, the thing is, we're arguing that it's not him.
Oh, is that what we're arguing?
Yeah,
okay.
The guy in the video we're arguing is not Detective Goodman.
He just hit his hair.
Yeah. Desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly.
Yes, I'm getting so lost with everything he said.
Please share with us your testimony for the day of the crime. In plain old English.
Yes, thank you, Judge.
Hang on, I need to pull up my Google Translate. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at the street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I particularly care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining.
Can we shoot him? Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems?
I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those.
Yes, well, what about the fingerprint activated locks on the evidence lockers?
Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those?
He's not being very helpful.
He's not that good with machines or following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. Is this going to be like Angel Star?
I have a feeling.
Oh no.
So, didn't him and Angel used to date? I'm pretty sure that was mentioned.
Press on everything. Last time we got stuck for hours because we didn't press everything.
Alright, how exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room?
I just made sure nothing moving in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings.
You interred them?
Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape. And nothing unusual is recorded. The tapes are erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life.
This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but isn't going to do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room?
They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style.
But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right?
Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
No desperado I know lets rules get in the way.
No desperado who's I know joined the police force.
So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime, just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. You know, there was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that?
I like how he's questioning it for us.
Sorry, partner, can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks.
How does this guy avoid being fired? Yeah, why is like every cop we've interacted with have some sort of quirk? Like Meekins, Marshall, Gumshoe has some sort of quirk, but
His quirk is being stupid.
the fact that I voiced him like a fucking military sergeant, but then like Angel Star was a detective and she has the whole lunch thing.
Yeah, but that's a new thing.
Well, yes.
She's fired, remember?
But also, she was like the Goofo queen.
Yeah. She'd strangle the truth out of them.
So, but just like
Wait, no, you went...
shoot, yeah, no, I know. The room is protected by 2 security systems anyway. What do you mean by 2? I swear if we ask. You used to be a detective, so you used the evidence from the past, correct?
Of course, back in the day my locker was a gold mine of evidence.
And yet you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism?
Sorry, partner, I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. So does he just go in by horse?
Why is this fucker even in this city if he doesn't...
Does he just...
My brain! We just find out he's just in like some sort of like old looking house outside of the city. He comes in to work by horse. The funny fact that some policemen do ride horses. That's quite incredible.
The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence.
Edgeworth? Shut up.
How dare you do your job, Edgeworth?
Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too.
At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is irrelevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place?
I'm sorry, I feel like doing something stupid.
How dare you do stupid things? That's my job.
Could you imagine them in the courtroom? Instead of going like objection or all that, they just moan. You can scream it too.
And I get to see the entire court. What did this man say?
Why do I imagine like Phoenix Wright being so famous? Like when he does it, the people around him just like, he did the thing.
Wait, no, hang on. I just thought of something. So, you went, or
Pretty weird.
the thing is, there's usually someone doing the transcript.
Yep.
In a courtroom. So they just have on record, and then Phoenix Wright gasped.
I mean, what were you doing in a place like that?
I was eating spaghetti.
Could you imagine in that sentence you just turned Italian?
Mamma mia. Not even Angel steak lunches can beat that parlor's von Gulspia's pasta.
Yeah, actually, how you say it? Actually, how you say that?
I am praying that's how you say it, because I don't want to say it again.
I can actually hope that you did pronounce it right, just for the fact that that'd be very impressive.
Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat noodles?
Hey.
Yes, and I do it again.
Hey, Olive Garden's nice this time of year.
Not all desperados eat tacos, partner.
I'm sorry, but desperados eat donuts. Like us, we eat donuts. We're actually eating donuts right now.
Like real police officers.
Yes. And you know we're lawyers, technically, in this game.
That's not what I meant. I hope that this has at least taught you a lesson.
Fire this asshole! I swear to God. I mean, Marshall, not the judge.
Well, him too.
That's strange. This is usually where Edward says, "Do you want to? Did you not want to raise this? What? Oh, that." But he's not a detective anymore. Okay, this is the last one. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall?
I'm gonna have you shoot me.
I want to shoot him.
That's right, partner, or as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you better draw, and you better draw a pencil so good you can't even imagine. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel...
Horse.
No, I get that. It's implying that it's not actually a horse.
It's a police car.
So he doesn't know what a bike is. He doesn't know how to operate a bike, but he can drive a car.
Some people don't know how to ride a bike and they can drive.
Yeah, but I mean, he makes it sound like he doesn't even know how the thing's supposed to operate in the first place. I don't know how to ride a bike, but I know how it works. Anyways, my my steel horse is waiting to carry me back to west into the sunset. One thing does seem clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, you are a terrible guard. The witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that.
Why does that sound very true in real life?
I don't know.
At least stereotypically how I see it on the internet. Now, if Texans aren't like that, then I apologize.
To the 0 viewers watching.
Still, you never know. But the fact that that's what I've seen specifically on the internet is that people in the South, usually people in Texas, are not very good at like listening to common sense. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card on my sleeve, so I'd best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I'd better up the ante. What was that trump card? I don't even know what the fuck it is!
Let's look through it.
Yeah, let's look through our fucking... what we have. Mainly the newer stuff.
Aha! The shoe!
Marshall's fingerprints.
Yes.
So it was in the evidence room.
Okay.
That's what we need to use. So
so my job's not keeping them. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style.
I think it's that one, though.
No.
I think it was the one with Tim saying... Yeah, I think it was this one over here. Yeah, this one. Is that...
Pray.
You ready?
Ready. No.
Fuck! I didn't save. Shit! Alright, whatever.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright, but you're an idiot.
I mean, that made sense, right?
Kinda, yeah.
Because he pretty much said he wasn't in the evidence room.
No, that's not what that was saying.
No, but okay. But he's supposed to make rounds in the evidence room. That's what he's supposed to do. So he's saying he wasn't because that ain't his style. So when that... fucking whatever. Alright.
A's attorney uses very fancy logic. No.
I'm just looking, I'm looking. I feel like this is one of those... Actually, hold on. Let me look at the other page. Who the fuck is all the sevens?
I don't know.
Why do I feel like I have to... You know, I'm just gonna press everything again.
Not again!
Hey, well, there were some points where we had to, like, where we had to activate something, the dialogue, and then go back to other dialogue for it to keep going. That's the one part that we were stuck on. Because we already pressed them, and we didn't think to do it again.
Fair enough.
It's been in the evidence room. That pretty much just said he doesn't enter the evidence room. What the fuck? Wait, hold on. Okay.
I don't get it.
Huh? It's literally like shouting us, I didn't enter the evidence room. fingerprints of his fingerprint in the evidence room.
I don't get it. Wait, wait. Maybe it's when he says. There's a part where he said that he was at a bar. Or something. Try that. Yes, that one.
Press it or
Present.
present the.
The blood stain. Actually, maybe we should say it first. Present and then go left instead of right.
Oh, thank God. So we had the right evidence to present, just the wrong thing. Okay.
Although
So
it
we
was
were-
kind of annoying when he kept saying, "Oh, I didn't set foot there. Nope, not me. I never went in it." So here's evidence that shows the opposite. Actually, I don't see how that's particularly relevant, Mr. Right.
Like at first we're like, okay, and then we kept seeing them like, what?
He kept saying he wasn't in there.
Oh my God, this fucking game. I see why we didn't play this for a month.
Oh no, we were just
Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime.
And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. You're on trial now.
It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint.
Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects. That is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there.
I said no, bitch. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood.
Now, just 'cause I cut my finger with the cactus after I tried to kitchen it, does not in fact mean I murdered
Just
anyone.
because I high-fived my cactus and it hurt like a bitch does not mean I committed murder.
Witness, what is the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene?
The blood was wiped away. However, a luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall?
That's just a bottle, that ain't a fingerprint. It seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I didn't know I was headless. I take it you have an explanation then, Mr. Officer Marshall. About the blood-stained fingerprints?
He said he high-fived his cactus.
I swear that's the reason! Very well. You may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. Hello.
Hello.
They're found at the scene of the crime.
Round 2.
Hello, 0 viewers.
As we have 1% high. Alright, blood and fingerprints.
Like I said, it's only natural that for my fingerprints to be found in that evidence room. One of them just happen to be the same place as the blood-stained handprint. I just happened to high-five the blood-stained hand. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance.
Why does it seem like the lamest excuse ever for him?
That's worse than the cactus! The blood stain and the fingerprints are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it.
Okay, a little bit of a mix with the gloves, but still.
The witness's explanation appears valid.
This is the dumbest trial section we've ever done.
Yes, it's highly unlikely, highly improbable, extremely stupid idea. Seems like the most sensible thing here. Although there's room for thank you for that at least. Thank you for that at least.
Oh, look at his face. Although, it sounded rather stupid.
And again, I've seen dumber. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt partner.
If he's actually the murderer, I want to shoot him. He gets the chair.
He's going next to Von Karma, not because they killed anyone, but because they're just so annoying. The French may now cross-examine.
No. The defense may now painfully cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something I can feel like.
Oh,
no shit!
You don't say there, Phoenix. You don't say.
I had my chance to prove it. Please let this be easy.
Save. I don't want to go through that again. Just press it.
That's because you, how'd you put it? Pay your respects once a month?
Yeah, that's right, Len. And one more thing. That locker happens to be mine. Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't know about the fingerprint mechanism. He's not a detective anymore, but he has a locker?
Well, again, Gumshoe didn't even know. Wait, no, Gumshoe does know about it, but some detectives don't know it. And despite the fact that this guy works security, I don't think this guy knows half of what goes on in security. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use.
I guess it kind of makes sense if this is hanging out of it, because it looks like one of those things
yeah,
he
but
wears.
But here's the thing.
It's supposed to be full of evidence.
No, Brendan. I remember in the video. Nothing was hanging out from that locker.
In the video.
But then no. During the video, it started and kept going back, and and that thing was closed shut with nothing sticking out. Then during the last pan, that thing stuck out. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams.
I see.
It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker.
Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. So now his nonsense starts to make more sense.
Well, yeah, but again, his whole argument for why the bloodstained hand ain't his is somehow it got the exact location.
He could have literally said the locker is mine, so no shit it's gonna have my prints.
No. The blood is his argument.
He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it.
Hello!
Yeah, hello. I guess there's no viewers, and yet people keep commenting. That's kind of funny.
Okay, it's still saying 0 viewers, but now we got me. How many people are actually watching? Because we're getting none of them.
It says 0 viewers, and yeah, there's people commenting. What? That's actually funny. That'd be funny. Like, obviously, it would never happen, but it'd be funny if it's like 100K viewers and it just says 0 on our end.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not gonna happen. Not in a million years. But that would be funny.
It could be for all we know.
You see the thing gets spammed of different people.
No, they're all 1,000 people are silently watching.
Okay, it's updated. That's good. So, found on the bloody handprint on Marshall's own locker. Print of the locker. Okay. Alright, cool. So then what about the bloody handprint?
Wasn't mine. It's no mystery.
Press X to doubt.
Please explain.
Yes. Please.
My locker is covered with my fingerprints. I kept high-fiving the darn thing. It just so happens the murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance.
Hold it! That's horseshit! The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1.
On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't going to get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You want to know why? The bloodstain and the fingerprints are completely unrelated. We already read
How?
We read that already, but I know
Unrelated?
they're as different as night and day. Kind of like cereal and cereal. One's got to do with breakfast, while the other is a type of murder. It's also, serial number. It uses the latter spelling. He's right. Although seemingly alike, they are totally different. Just don't agree with him.
I don't see what huh? I don't see what any of that has to do. Is that how you say it? Homonyms?
I think.
I don't know what it has to do with this.
Or then, the murderer was wearing gloves.
How did you know that?
I may be a loner, but I still do my jobs. I keep up on the reports. There was a blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer.
That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
Oh yeah, I think we tried that too.
So that would mean... What is that? The murderer, wearing gloves, happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's feet. Well, then why was it wiped away?
They could have just went like that.
Conclusion. What?
Could have went like that.
No.
Just waiting for him to slit his own throat.
What? Huh? Are you starting to get the picture, partner?
The picture?
The seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards.
Oh, sorry.
There's only one reality, and that's this.
The security tape.
So long as my trail isn't there, you can't say otherwise.
If it looks like, when it's like this, it looks like old bread. When it's upside down, it looks like old, crunched up bread.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
Hell.
What do we do? Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
I thought we were continuing the story, not just like pausing for dramatic effect.
Too bad it wasn't me in that video. Oh, hey, we did get something. Wait, before you do, I just want to say something.
Yep.
So yes, there is a blood-stained gloved hand on Gumshoe's locker.
Mm-hmm.
But that wasn't wiped away.
Mm-hmm.
The blood was on Marshall's locker.
Mm-hmm.
But that was wiped away. Why was Marshall's locker blood wiped away?
Why do I think we need to use the glove, saying that he either used the one from the crime scene, or like one of them, or one of them wasn't being worn.
Maybe.
Oh. What do you mean by that?
You want to tie me to this crime? Isn't that right, partner? If so, then video is the only direct evidence you have.
Objection, that's bullshit! If that video is next to useless, it's full of blind spots.
Blind spot?
Because it pans.
No, I know that. Why does he? He saw the darn video!
Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape. Really? Now you object?
We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so. Yes.
Show evidence. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall.
Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making a mistake.
Yes. You will definitely be treading carefully.
Now then, let's have another look at that video. Show us the incriminating evidence of the witness. Officer, take Marshall.
Okay, good. We can do this. Okay, so fast forward. So we see that it.
Now again, see nothing's on that locker.
Yep. Uh-huh. Still nothing. Still nothing.
Hold it!
Okay, here we go. Bring our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall.
Yeah. The days are short in Texas, so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less?
Very well.
1, 2.
Shut the fuck up.
1, 2.
You can clearly be seen in this video.
7, 8.
It's like if you're gonna call me the murderer, can you at least say it with like some amount of words? Sure.
1, 2, 3.
You're the fucking murderer.
Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner.
The key lies in a certain locker shown in that video. In the video, I had a stroke for a second. That locker.
That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witnesses, I believe.
Yeah, then let's rewind the video a bit.
Can't he fast forward the rewind?
No, it has to be slow and dramatic. With this epic music playing.
white cloth. It's gone. What is the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away.
Order! Order! It would seem that... hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I was the one who opened it.
I didn't do it!
The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened the locker and stuck it in.
I already know the answer to his fucking shit. It's the fucking fingerprint
The
locker.
attorney badge!
Sometimes I don't miss this whatsoever.
It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man?
Because you're a dumbass. I think we're all thinking the answer here. This guy isn't just plain dumb. He really doesn't know. He is dumb. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker.
Oh yeah? I call your bluff.
Do we not have a conversation about this mechanism during the beginning of this section?
Now, just because my memory is about the size of a toothpick does not mean... You say I opened that locker, now prove it.
Technology, that thing who always bring the old you can teach new tricks to an old dog. Bruh.
Fingerprint sensor.
Oh, we're getting sweaty now.
Did someone somehow turn up the thermostat?
Oh, wait, I like how he said it like he's like, shit. Yeah, a fingerprint sensor. I'm like, I thought you didn't know what that was.
But also, look at what Phoenix is saying now.
We talked about this earlier today! You dumb fuck! Lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to.
Okay, so Slayer is actually responding to what we're saying, or I think it is. He is, or they are, but it still says 0 viewers!
Yeah.
I think the thing's broken.
I wonder if I go on the stream on my phone it will say. Well, I know it should say, but like I just don't know if it'll say the exact number.
Well, anyway, Slayer, since you're here, how you doing?
It's just 5 people are watching.
Oh, hey, that's neat.
5. That okay. That's interesting. Alright. The locker can only be opened by the detectives they belong to.
What kind of crazy talk is this?
Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about that, or about this.
He is quite crazy. Hey, it's Gumshoe!
No. I refuse. I hurt my throat last time, no.
Hey, that's good to know, Slayer. Good to see you're doing fine.
So, Sheriff? What do you have to say in 8 words or less?
I need more jerky for myself. I only got one word for you, partner. No!
We did it.
Order! 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 Witness, explain yourself!
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. But we didn't really prove yet that he's... Like, he might be in the room, but we didn't prove that he did the murder.
I guess he might have to use the bathroom. He's just too ashamed to admit it. This is a joke. It's the worst I've ever heard.
I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the day of the, or at the time of the crime.
answer the question.
Oh. What is he now, a bullfighter? That's right, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here.
We can?
Have a look at these floor plans. Trying to keep it up to date. I'll put it right here so you can kind of see it. Right, there is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room.
Brandon, it doesn't really update if you don't unpause it.
Okay. Yeah, Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall.
If that's so, then where was the witness? It seems Mr. Wright has an answer.
He was disguised as Goodman. That's right, the only possible conclusion.
Well then, let's hear it.
Where was Officer Marshall? Okay, it's a crime.
He was the victim.
This was Meekins, right?
Wait,
Because like this is supposed to be Marshall because he went to the locker. This is Meekins.
which?
Because he was beat unconscious. He's on the ground, right? So he was told to be the killer. But I think it's the victim. Because obviously Meekins is Meekins. We can clearly see it by his day. He was the one that was disguised. I mean, we can't point anywhere else in the room.
But there's also, but hang on, Meekins being accused.
Why else when the good men show his ID card? Someone was disguised as him. We're trying to prove that.
Well, I know that he's the guy. We think it's the guy disguised as Goodman.
I'm pretty sure it's him.
No, I know that, but are you saying that the victim is Goodman?
So in the video.
No.
So they arrested him because apparently, apparently Meekins killed Goodman, but that's not necessarily the case because we didn't see a body in the video. We didn't see him fall. We didn't see him die. We saw him attack Meekins. I'm gonna go with this if I'm wrong. We know to switch because it has to be one of these two, obviously.
Yeah.
And because he was obviously at the locker, it makes the most sense to do that one.
All right. Was that?
They're gonna get confused, but I bet you this is. We're standing right here.
There, but that's. Okay. That was where the victim, Detective Goodman, was.
We're at 7 now.
Oh,
What? How are we going out? This doesn't happen. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video was Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up like Detective Goodman.
But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw that man's face, he'd know for sure.
May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted.
That's you also, Brandon.
When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir.
Come on, do the Meekins voice.
Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond? Still surprised me how Meekins managed to sneak out of the... to sneak out and get the jump on Marshall. It's not really the sneak... it's not really the sneaky kind of guy.
I guess he was just kind of preoccupied.
So they pulled the knife on me. Alright. Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card. Oh, that doesn't make sense. I'm like, that doesn't seem right. So if the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
It's just simple. He couldn't show it.
Huh?
As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card.
Oh, I get it.
So if he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Minkins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. So, you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall?
Yeah. I would agree. Ace Attorney is a thumbs up.
Yes, it has been a funny, and kind of a headache type of game. It is a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. That's why we haven't tried. That's why we haven't quit with this game. Even though we do take some time apart from this. But,
usually because life gets busy.
Right, but this game is really fun, and I am excited to play more of it. So.
You've got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence.
Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it? He's dumber than I thought.
You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as the victim. I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim?
For one, I'm gonna do this really quick.
Please.
Also, we're gonna look at here to see if we even do. Wait. Oh, Jesus. Okay. First time I saw Marshall on my DS, I thought his hair looked like a brown head cloth, or something. Well, I didn't know him any better.
That game was very pixelated. I played it on the DS as well. I didn't get too far.
Well, yeah, I have some of those moments of I know what to do, but I don't know the weird specific order the game wanted me to do it. Yeah, that's a lot with this game.
Oh,
that's kind of the main reason why this game can be a headache. Because, like, we know the different things to pin it against, like, but we don't know the order the game wants us to do it. That's the main difficulty with this game.
Hey, Slayer, were you there when we were trying to, let's see, Marshall was saying, oh, I wasn't there, and haha, we have the bloody fingerprints to prove it, but then it was said,
that was so dumb. Oh my god.
I wasn't there, so you accept that the fingerprints would be good evidence. Nah, that ain't good evidence.
I don't know. I honestly don't. I mean, there has to be something, isn't there? Oh, am I kidding? I don't have anything like that.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay.
I can see the fear in your eyes, partner.
I arrived a little after that. Okay, it was a little after.
Understood. Fair enough. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat.
Ah, this can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do? Emma comes back and...
Come on, Edgeworth. Come on, Edgeworth. It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. Edgeworth.
Okay, fuck you too, Edgeworth.
I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics.
The basics? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me.
Go, Edgy Poo.
Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise, but rather I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise.
Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place? What do you mean? There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later as it has been.
Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker.
According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then, after the crime was committed...
Obviously, you can't give you a hand without first giving you a jab. He's like, oh, right, you're so dumb. Here, let me hold your hand.
Thanks, Older Edward, thank you.
He opened his own locker for some unknown reason. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that. He opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? Just Jake Marshall's just kind of twiddling his thumbs as his own defense, as the attorney on his side is not even.
Like, imagine he's looking around the room like, perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot.
Very well, let's take yet another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker.
Okay, hold on. So let's speed up a little bit. So it was already open, so he could... We knew it was already open, so he obviously did it. So why did he have to...
He's taking swigs of his flask chillin'. Then there's the whole kerfuffle.
Did you see anything?
It might... Maybe try poking the blood.
There was no blood, though.
No, well, about the barbecue sauce on his shoulder, then.
Oh, wait, what was, so what, the question was what again?
Why would he need a white cloth?
Try that.
Maybe. It's worth a shot.
I mean, I can't save at this point, so we're gonna have to go with it.
At least we saved relatively recently.
For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet.
Yet.
However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. Then asked to show your ID card. You pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked. And the white coat you were wearing was soiled in blood.
A bloody white coat?
You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker.
Not bad, partner. Now then, Officer Marshall. Are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated you all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, I
What?
mean, he did just kind of throw him under the bus.
And the fact that he's an idiot.
Oh, yeah, that too. That wasn't doing him any favors. 2 years ago.
Oh.
If you were only half as persistent, Lan, as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now, would we?
Mr. Marshall, tell the court what you did. All of it.
Alright.
That was easy.
It seems the time has come.
It's edgy. He's never happy. There's only thing been a few times where we see him smirk, but never be like happy.
He's been smug and not happy, I guess.
Even when he celebrated, when he said woohoo, he had a death stare. He was like woohoo, just like with such a death stare.
It terrified Gumshoe.
Yeah.
I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. To hit the old dusty trail, lol. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. I managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the cameras. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. Well, that's pretty cut and dry. So, the supposed victim was really you. But there's one thing I still don't understand.
Wait, you know what I just realized?
What?
Because of the fact that Jake Marshall and Meekins were involved with that crime scene, that still doesn't help Lana's case. Because I mean, she could have killed the real Goodman.
Well, then why was the ID there? I mean,
He used his own ID and he didn't show up because he didn't have Goodman's actual ID.
Yes, but we found the ID next to the real Goodman.
Yeah, because the real Goodman supposedly was killed by. At least people are thinking Lana now, probably.
But if it's not related,
we'll find out in a second. Let's just keep going. It'll all will be solved. All right, all will be solved.
But there's one
painfully, but it will be solved.
But there's one thing I still don't understand.
Oh, I thought you were actually talking to me.
Now you realize you work against you. Oh no. What have we done?
Oh no.
Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Well, you see, a barbecue sauce flew all over. Officer Meekins managed to cut his... That was a really bloody hand. My guess is he's the donor.
It was way too much blood for such a small donation.
So what are we going for here?
I don't know.
He's confessing! What?
Why are we cross-examining this?
Maybe we're trying to figure out why the blood's there? Just press. I don't know what's wrong here.
Hold it, I'm confused. When you say it, you mean...
Oh, yeah, that's me. Do you even have to ask, partner?
Yeah, so another incident. Every time I see that, I keep thinking of DL6.
I mean, that was the case that was constantly shown.
Uh-huh.
2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day. Not if I had anything to do with it. That incident's not over. You take the donut, I take the cookie.
But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room?
When a case is closed, only the case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I want to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine.
But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it?
That day was my last chance, and that's why I...
But he didn't steal the detective's ID. Because the locker was already open because of the light. And he didn't have
But
the ID.
No, he had to get the ID to get in the room.
No, he didn't.
No, the locker was unlocked.
Yeah, but he only needed his own ID card to get in.
But he was disguised as Detective Goodman, and he knows there's a record.
What? You're talking with putting him out.
Look at the evidence. Don't present anything, but look at the evidence. No, back. No, middle one. Next to the forensics. Paper. No, paper, that one. Look. See how it lists a bunch of names? He is trying to present... hello, just another fan.
I like you mid-sentence, you stopped.
Well,
yeah, and then you're fine.
Anyways, he's trying to be Detective Goodman. He's disguising himself as Detective Goodman. He needs the ID to sell the look.
Yeah, it is. We're literally having like open conversations like this is normal. This is a typical Tuesday for us. We have conversations about murder trials.
No, it's Sunday.
Shut up. Alright. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman?
If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security camera. And Detective Goodman's ID card? I stole that the morning of the incident.
So that really was why Goodman started filing out the lost items report. Back and forth. Yep, yeah.
And I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The best way to return it.
Not just formally giving it to him. The ID card I found was left by Officer Marshall.
So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself.
But he could, because a rubber glove just happened to be stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. What? So he was in there.
The real Goodman was in there. Beforehand.
That makes me more confused. I'm confused. Alright, I wasn't expecting me to come out. Yeah. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off?
Let's just say I was a little surprised. And I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. And I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Officer Meekins, certainly a one-in-a-million type person.
Yeah.
Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID. I'll have to think a little more about his raise this year.
There's the line. Why did Edgeworth get so much influence?
Anyway, he threw himself at me, and I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way. With me knocking him out and everything.
By the way, what happened to your knife?
Oh, you mean this one? Yeah, I use it to cut my beard.
I don't know what to say.
Hmm? So you knocked Officer Meekins out and... Then I gave myself a little trim.
So you did your research beforehand.
Those who go into the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference, though. Security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekins. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. So I opened my locker and stashed it in there.
What was Officer Meekins doing during that time?
What else? He was sleeping like a baby. So what you're saying is, on that day, there wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15.
But the blood found in the scene certainly indicates a crime took place.
Well, yeah, but not a murder. What are you, blind? The victim showed on the tape as me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from the locker. Actually, no, I didn't. What?
Well, we know a glove fell and then the vase.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, that makes sense. So during the whole kerfuffle, he kind of made a mad dash.
Yeah, I guess.
Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was all...
Because Goodman was there before him.
Right! What? Mr. Edgeworth, where is that evidence? It's still missing, Your Honor. Wait, he knew?!
Henry Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing?
Fire away, partner. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer.
Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense.
Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary.
Really? Really, Edgeworth?
And so in the end...
Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution.
So in the end, this cowboy is not the fastest of the West. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. What?
Unless they added more. Okay, wait, you probably added more. That's probably what it was.
Yeah.
So can you forget about the SNA and say, you know why? Why?
Because that was my wife.
Because that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence. I remember the Joe Dark case. involves serial murders, didn't it?
No. No, he was just eating a bowl of Frosted Flakes.
No, he was having one of those cereal bars. I don't intend to complain about how it turned out. But there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's the most regular English we've heard from him. Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should press him with that, I think. Present him with what I think his real reason is. I had a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I better take a look at the files.
Okay, I think we're supposed to go...
So all the way to the end, probably.
Yeah. Okay, so now let's try presenting some... Wait, no, save. Save. So what exactly do we have?
Files and jokes. Maybe let's check this. Closed. Permanent dark. Crimson. Death. Victims: Edward Jones, just Knight.
Neil Marshall?
I mean, we'll keep looking, but like this is big right here. Edgeworth. Witnesses: Lana Sky, Emma Sky. Investigators: Lana Sky, Damon Gant. Head investigators: Bryce Goodman. Investigators: Jake Marshall, and Star.
I don't know.
I think I have to present. I'm
It
gonna.
most likely is that, but I don't see why.
I don't care. I'm doing it. Yes,
It
bitch.
worked!
Yeah, bitch. I mean, we saw them and we're like, yeah, that's probably it.
Probably. I don't quite know why yet.
It's probably it's probably his Neil, right? Neil Marshall, probably his brother or something.
Maybe.
So Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9.
Oh yeah, no, never mind. Why do you care so much? Maybe it's your brother. Nah, that can't be. It seems too.
Oh, that's why I saw the name. I'm like, that's probably it right there. Yeah. I think we found the answer. Because right as he said, I should look at the files. Let's open the files. Neil Marshall, right as day, right there.
Nah, it must be something else. It has to be something else. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner.
And you've been high-fiving too much cactus. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name, Marshall, is mentioned in here. The list of murder victims. Neil Marshall, are you related to this man?
No, that's actually my best friend's uncle teacher's pet. Neil Marshall. Yeah, I'm sure you heard the name. 2 years ago.
It has to be.
Wait! What was that picture? What was that picture?
It was with, I'm assuming, Neil, and then with Damon Gant,
yes,
and then Lana
the trophy.
Sky.
The trophy.
The trophy that Edgeworth got.
Yes, but that thing was in one piece. There was Edgeworth's trophy
Had a crack in it. I know.
But the trophy we saw didn't have a crack.
Drink cactus juice. It's the quinchiest.
I do love me a Last Airbender.
He received the same lousy prosecutor award you got.
He received the same lousy prosecutor award you got.
So he was he was a prosecutor then.
Yeah. A prosecutor?
He must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award.
Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. Well, that's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to...
This judge is a moron.
Marshall, what do you...
I think you can see the fucking resemblance.
Okay, to be fair, I don't know if they actually had the thing, but at the same time, Marshall, what
Okay.
is this Neil Marshall's relation to you?
And we were spot on. It's his brother.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was the only logical choice there. We couldn't say it was his dad or something. Like, alright.
I mean, it was also 2 years ago, so it's
Yeah.
not... He was investigating the murders with Damon Grant and the then Deputy Chief of Police. The group of detectives I was a part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Well, ain't he ugly? Joe Darkey. My brother fought Darkey and was killed. That was the first time Darkey left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Darkey. I'm gonna say dark for most people, but with Marshalls I want to say Darky.
Oh, sorry. I skipped one.
No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions? There's more to my brother's death than what's on the record say.
Yeah, Marshall, he's my second cousin. We just happen to have similar features in our love of the old Wild West.
No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Huh? Well, I'm still in the cowboy mode.
Just oblivious, yeah.
Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
I've forgotten almost everything that happened on the first with the thing with Lana's like crime scene area with the parking lot. I could like forgot everything.
Well, Sandwich Girl ended up sort of capturing the murder, kinda, sorta, not
I know
really.
about that part, kinda. Alright, keep going.
That was the last day the SL9 case could have been reopened. Not satisfied with its resolutions, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence.
Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, and he rendered him unconscious and fled.
Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At the exact same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department.
Chance? It's got to be more than just that.
So no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime. Then that means the murder of the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one. Which, in turn, means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
And now the part that we were talking about where it's going to now turn on us. God damn it. We knew this was coming, too. Objection! That's bullshit! But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial.
Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today.
But
There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. It seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, partner.
You can shut up.
All the mysteries at the police department have been resolved. No doubt about it. Our sole murderer took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Sky. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Star is completely incontestable. If you had a response, make it a single word or less. I rest my case.
I thought he was gonna say. For a second, I thought he was gonna say objection.
It seems this trial has reached its conclusion.
It seems that I'm about to have a stroke.
It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There is no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department.
There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murderer on the security camera tape really was fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty.
What do you think it was going to do? Now then, the time has arrived. The time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant.
Is Emma finally back? Yep, there we go.
Your Honor, wait!
Emma!
The defense has an objection, just like lovely Angel K said. A scientific objection.
I for a good moment, I forgot that she existed. It was,
we got too invested.
I forgot she existed, and it was a wonderful thought because of how annoying she is. When it comes to the whole like she as a character, she's fine, she's great, but just the whole scientific thing and how close she is to Maya, it hurts.
Right?
What do you mean, right?
Mr. Wright, is she right? Are you this girl's guardian?
Your Honor, in a sense.
Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking for is a minute of your time. Please hear me out.
Where did Marshall go? Because she's in the witness stand.
Oh
now.
no, she threw him out the window.
Fucking yeet! Damn it, partner!
Mr. Edgeworth, please.
I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3.
I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incidents referred to the Joe Dark killings.
Now that she mentions it, the names of both Sky Sisters were in that file. Only thing that's diff between the two, Emma doesn't talk about food such as Maya does. Yeah.
Wait.
Sorry.
I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day.
Cowboy gets yeeted by a little girl. A scientific little girl. The damn lady, I just got yeeted scientifically. God damn it.
What is this darn fangled science you keep rambling about?
He's like, God damn, I gotta get into science. She's strong.
So I knew his fingerprints had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker? But no fingerprints were found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue.
I swear she says I found nothing.
So, I ran over there and looked at it again.
So, did you find something?
Oh no, I'm just here to stall.
It's going on!
So where's the evidence? What are we doing? You kids today and your science and your scientific science and your scientifically scientific science.
Oh my god. I am so lost. Like, am I the only one that's like that's not?
No,
like...
I don't know.
Even he's lost. He's like, huh? What?
Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
His incompetence hits a blessing in disguise, as always in this game.
Yeah.
Is that all?
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school
You came in here!
Stop being the I mean, yeah, it's giving us something.
It's like she's giving me like we have an injection. I examined a bloody fingerprint and got nothing.
Please find my sister not guilty with this new evidence.
And I'm just an attorney.
But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with it...
But you didn't! You didn't find anything!
Please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional.
What do you want him to do?
If anyone could save Lana, it's you!
Me? Oh boy!
Time's up now then, Mr. Wright. With regards to the incident at the police department.
You two are... Okay. You got...
Useless evidence is still evidence.
But it's evidence. God damn it. Alright.
Does any reasonable doubt remain? It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark.
It means a lot, even if it's not seen like that.
Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was
discovered.
Wait, no, in the video, did blood ever get on the locker?
The blood was on Gumshoe's locker, which
yes,
is right
but it
here.
was on Gumshoe's locker, but why would, in the video, we never see the...
Because it's blocked by the Blue Badger.
Alright. Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh, man.
Is there a problem with this?
Mr. Wright, I'm so sorry I can't be of more use. But still, if you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, the blood lark, Mana will.
Sorry, I got the first letter.
I'm being so useless, I'm having a stroke. You're gonna finish the sentence, or are you gonna have another stroke?
If you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day.
I can do this all day. Yes, Your Honor. If ever I've needed to concentrate, it's now. What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? A scientific stroke.
Well, yeah, you pointed out the Blue Badger.
We'll try that. Well, hold on.
Yeah.
Save!
We're smart, but we're cowards.
I object. Objection! And a very unsure objection! This handprint left at the crime scene was a contradiction. I don't know what yet, but it's a contradiction.
It's the blue bandage. The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright. Oops, sorry. No, it's okay. You're been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them?
Yes, this is strange. Is it? I actually don't have no idea.
Well, again, as you said, the blood mark was being covered by the blue badge.
Yeah, but you're talking about the floor plans, not the video. You can only tell that from the video.
Well, yes, but the problem is that it's not. The guy's not there.
Okay, hold on. Take a good look at the floor plans. Something is missing.
Yeah, the blue badger.
Okay. Yeah, no, you're right.
Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there?
Yes. Yes, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark.
Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. No, that's Emma's job.
Very well.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
With all this evidence here, there's got to be something I can use.
I feel like he doesn't even actually know what he's talking about. The question is, which item can prove something is missing in the floor plan? Wait, why is Marshall here? Hey!
I yeeted Emma across the room, partner. She deserved it. She yeeted me first.
I demand vengeance. First my brother, then me. What about that piece of plywood? What about that piece of plywood?
Piece of plywood. Now I'm having a Western stroke. God damn it.
That wiggly piece of plywood.
The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of
He's really getting into it, isn't he?
I want to die.
Come on, Phoenix, you gotta say the line. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. What did you just say?
Please look at the floor plans at the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here.
So?
So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime.
Over at the... Oh.
Right there. Damn, I feel bad for Gumshoe. He put his soul into making it. Yeah, we always feel bad for Gumshoe.
Yeah.
You know, except the only thing I don't feel bad for is that he hurts my throat.
Then we just feel bad for you.
For those of you that don't know, when I voice Gumshoe, I sound like a drill sergeant.
Graspy voice and all.
Look, this is my Gumshoe voice. I'm like, "What's up, Pam? How are you doing?" Like I said, that's how I sound. That's my Gumshoe voice. and even though I like the voice because it's funny, and I think it's good, but it hurts my throat every time. So I still like doing the voice, but it hurts after doing like a bunch of lines.
Well, what?
Yeah, that's right. So long as the Blue Badger is dancing here, it would be possible to place a handprint in this spot on the locker.
What?
Wait, we already know what he confessed. Why is he freaking out?
So that means, just exactly what does this mean?
It means it can't be done.
What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker.
It was just painted there with red paint.
Yeah.
Part of Gumshoe's art project, he accidentally put some red paint instead of a handprint.
No, he put barbecue sauce on there. Remember, he wanted food, but he couldn't find any.
Alright. Don't look at me. I didn't put it there.
Mr. Wright, think it through scientific.
Leave. Now.
He's getting to there, Emma. He's getting there.
Emma, leave.
On that afternoon,
What did I just say?
Officer Meekins was the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave the handprint on that locker.
So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in.
Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom.
But you,
Half of this court has been far-fetched balderdash. You humored the... but my blood... That handprint, bloody handprint was there coincidentally right at my fingerprint.
It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice!
But how?
One time was captured on this tape taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand from which the trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is, the other time. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been Detective Goodman! Huh?
I guess he did come... Oh, yeah, he did come in early.
when he was really murdered. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Are you okay? So a lot is happening. I apologize.
That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim.
The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be fake. However, it does not explain the blood mark found on the locker.
So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred.
When did the first incident occur?
To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room.
That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this. Open the garbage back over there.
Sure. Very well. Then tell us. When did this first incident occur? As Mr. Edgeworth said, proof must be presented.
Proof shows that when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that.
Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What shows when the first crime took place?
Shit, I was about to say. I think I already know the answer, though, actually. Because... Oh, not that. This. Because there's one missing. That happened before.
Yeah.
That's the only way that I can think of. So, if the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required.
An ID card. Oh! The ID card record!
Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel into the evidence room at...
Let's see here. 4:50 p.m. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40. Ah!
Uh-oh. Are we about to pin this on Edgeworth?
Again?
Well, no, I'm just gonna probably pin it on the blank space, but
My Miles Hedgeworth, just what have you done? I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it. I'm afraid I don't understand either.
Oh my fucking god. I feel like we've already proved it wasn't him, didn't we, like a long time ago?
Probably. It's clear from the luminal test that the blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood.
That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer.
I would have just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
Meaning the blank space of all the fucking sevens.
Edgy has no motive.
He never did. Alright, let's look at the chart again. So, one thing I find funny is every time he gets, like, accused now, ever since that one trial, he brings receipts. Being like, here's proof of my alibi. Now fuck off. Alright. There's only one other card number remaining.
77777777777.
That's literally 7 sevens. There, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room?
So there's no record of his card being used beforehand. He must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He must have went in with 7777777.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. 7 to the infinite, not infinite.
It must really like that number.
Find out whose ID number is 777777777.
Look, it's typed out into the word instead of the numbers.
That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present.
What?
Explain yourself, son. The ID card's the ID number 7777777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity. Now you remember.
Well, that's ridiculous. Just how...
I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright.
Oh.
Shut up.
I'm sorry. Please, continue, Righto. Or fuck, Edgy.
There's one situation in which we can be granted such authority.
We have to talk to Damon Gannon, don't we?
Probably. If an official charge filed against an executive is accepted.
An official charge?
You're all alike, aren't you?
In a murder trial, you have all the authority.
With your cover-ups and your forgeries. Well, that's how the prosecutor's office operates. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask you a question. Yes? No, not you. To her. The defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive.
Lana?
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course, we're looking up her ID number. And it's not 777-7777. Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I wanted to ask. All I want to know is one thing. About that incident. The SL9 incident? Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence?
Now she's gonna take this. Okay.
She just kind of... The whole officer just keeps throwing the martial law. Power of deduction. Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? Oh, that's you.
I heard him find Mr. Edgeworth.
2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time,
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did.
Lana?
I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant! Just what are you saying?
Power of deduction.
Poor Reggie. Okay, so are they just throwing each other out the window constantly? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor.
No, and it just turns out there's two witness stands that just face each other, and he's just like, I want to ask you again, partner.
Just does the finger.
Just right at her forehead, just, I'll ask you again.
What kind of dumb weapon is this?
Don't underrate.
She's like, calm down, partner.
During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in the court? Can you look at me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say what you did?
Chief Prosecutor, you didn't.
Let me real quick yeet Marshall across the room. I won't look at you in the eye, but I'll yeet you across the room. I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
Why won't you answer him?
Jurassic crimes require Jurassic measures. I plead the fifth. Could you imagine? That's just the way it is. We did what we had to in order for him to get the verdict he deserved.
But Lana!
Even if it involved forging evidence.
See? That's what I'm talking about. No.
No!
That,
Order! 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 Order!
that's a different noise. Larger March caused such a stir. The chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. The conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day.
Uh-oh.
God damn it!
Save.
Okay. Okay, and title screen. Yes. Huh. That was
One heck of a doozy.
that was a doozy.
Well,
Time to take another month off. No, no, we're not gonna do that. No, I'm gonna hope that we finish this tomorrow or in the following week.
Tomorrow?
Or not tomorrow. The next time we play, we do Ace Attorney, or at least for right now, and the Goofo Duo series stuff. We do every Sunday. Try to every Sunday.
Again, we got
A lot of us got sick.
The only time that we don't do it on Sundays is if life likes to kick us in the nards.
It does that quite often.
Somehow. So, but thank you all for watching, especially the people that joined the stream, because this rarely happens that we actually get people joining the stream.
It still says 0 viewers here.
It still does, but I do see that we do have some viewers on. But yeah, so this was definitely a fun change of pace. It made it way more entertaining to have actual viewers this time. So we hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. 2 hours even. Look at the time.
Yeah. And if you guys want to join in the next one, hit the bell so you don't miss it. Because it usually would happen every Sunday, but so you don't miss it, because it usually happens randomly. We don't have a specific
It's Sunday,
day.
but there's no dedicated time.
So, but yeah, if you guys enjoyed, and we'll